Hi, it's Darren Tackett with the Tackett Team at RE/MAX Fine Properties, and today I am going to talk about a question I'm getting at least 3 times a week, if not more. Everybody's asking me, bubble, is this gonna crash? You know, when is it gonna stop? And the reality is, I'm gonna tell you guys what I tell almost all my clients, because I did go through 05 through 07, the crash, and up until now. So I've seen it before, but this is not like those times in a lot of ways. Lending is way different in today's world than it was back then. I can remember literally sitting with one of my lenders, and we had just closed an investment deal for $1 million, and the buyer had a 90% first and a 10% second. So he had 0 of his own dollars into this $1 million investment property. And I remember saying to him, you know, that's wrong. And he's like, it is. He's like, and I'm doing this all day long. So we knew that there was issues from the lending standards. In today's world, most of my buyers are putting 10, if not 20% down. I have a huge number of deals that are all cash. So we're just not seeing a lot of these highly leveraged buyers like we did back then. The other thing is, back then, the builders had overbuilt. Almost every production builder in town were building extra spec homes because they wanted to have that supply to sell to all these buyers. And when the market started turning, they were caught with this excess inventory. And there was a huge number of investment properties too that had been purchased. So that excess supply swung the pendulum even worse as far as making the prices go down. Since that happened, the builders have been very leery to build any excess inventory, so we have been chronically underbuilt for the past 15 years. At this point, some of the experts we listen to have said that they would have to build at max capacity for the next 10 years just to catch up with the amount of population we have here now. So there's going to be a supply issue moving forward until they can catch up. 3, we are always in the top 1, 2, or 3 inbound states in the country for population movement. Right now, I think we're at somewhere around 25% of our inbound moves are coming from California alone. But between pandemic, political things, great weather, obviously, our economy is booming. We continue to attract people, and as long as that continues to happen, and we have this supply shortage, it will be a check on pricing from cratering. The last thing that a lot of us didn't ever see before is the number of companies that are relocating to the Phoenix area. We have something like 56 companies that have already announced that they are moving here. That's just the ones that have publicly announced it. We have worked with companies that are like, oh no, we're moving here, we just haven't broadcast it. So just huge numbers of people coming along with those companies, as well as good paying jobs. And that was a big factor for us in the last downturn. Our economy used to be all based on resort, golf, tourism. We didn't have companies like Dallas, Atlanta, Houston, some of these larger metro areas. And because of that, they didn't see as big of a dip in the downturn. So as we continue to grow economically, it will also serve as a check on any price swing. So my crystal ball, and yours is as good as mine, but my crystal ball says no crash like we had before. Most likely what you'll see is a gentle return to a more balanced market, because things like affordability, now that's going to affect our continued growth. If it gets to where Phoenix is no longer affordable, then you will see people slow their move here. So natural forces like that should bring us back into a more normal market. Right now, we have some runway because we're still very affordable compared to a lot of the markets that are moving here. So overall, I don't see any crash coming. If anything, right now, we're as busy as we've ever been. So don't delay thinking that you're going to time it, because I've worked with a couple people already that tried to do that and are now jumping back in. So if you have other questions, feel free to reach out. If you like our videos, please like and subscribe. This is Darren Tackett with the Tackett Team at RE/MAX Fine Properties.